Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Natasha, and on this channel we discuss everything that is preparedness on a budget. Myself and my husband, we are medically retired veterans and we are on fixed income. So we do everything here on our little plot in town on a budget. And so I'm bringing you guys along with us on this journey. Today's video is part of the 2023 garden series. So let me give you an update on what's happened, because a lot has happened since the last garden video update that I have posted, and I will kind of share with you some of the projects and ideas that I have kind of twirling around in my brain on what we are going to do to kind of help mitigate the enormous amount of work that I have bit off. So here we go. Let me show you what we got. First off, if you've watched some of the last videos or some of the other videos, there used to be a tree stump here. We finally had that removed and we've had everything dug. I'm out of fencing, so I just kind of cut this off so I could get this part planted. But the garden goes pretty much almost like a big L, okay? So it goes from here all the way over. This is huge, y'all. This is massive. This is pretty much half of my backyard. And then we come all the way up to here, and then that over there also goes off. It's just green because I've already planted in it, so I didn't want the tillers to mow that over. And then this right here is the herb plot, and then of course we've got the greenhouse and everything else. So let me kind of explain what I've got going on here. I just did this today. I've been watching a lot of videos because I have a ton of tomato plants that I planted, and I'm not quite sure why I planted so many, but we might as well make use of it. This year I do need to make ketchup and barbecue sauce and tomato paste and diced tomatoes, so I do need a lot of tomatoes, and we may have more than what we need, but I would rather have too many than not enough. So I have built this DIY with the help of Mr. Budget Prepper. This was in my head, my idea, but he definitely helped me with cutting the board, which we already had. We had 4 of these randomly, so we've used 2 to make kind of like a T. And then I've taken some pretty sturdy rope and gone along. And the idea here is to add a second one along the other line, and then to have 2 rows of tomatoes, and I'm going to use garden twine to use as trellises because I have so many tomatoes. I cannot afford to buy 100 tomato cages at $9 a piece or $6 a piece, whatever they are nowadays. I know they're outrageous for some cheap plastic metal that only usually lasts 1 or 2 years anyways. I do have probably 8 or 9 tomato cages that will be put to use at some point, maybe like in the greenhouse or something. But for this is kind of the idea. I want to start planting 1 row and see how it goes, and if I like it, I've got enough wood and cinder blocks to do a second and possibly a third if I get a couple more of those boards. But those boards are super cheap, a couple dollars at Lowe's, and we just cut them at 6 feet and then use the other little part to make it into a T. Put 1 screw in it. Hopefully it's sturdy enough and it stays, but that's the idea behind that. Now, the second project I have is, let me take you into the greenhouse so I can show you the thought behind this. Okay, so you can see I've got a ton of tomato plants that I have, but that's not what I'm here to show you. I want to show you this irrigation system. I put this up last year or the year before. I did this by myself using some tubing that I got from a friend, and you can see down here I have extra tubing. So my thought is to irrigate as much as I can of the big garden, and so I've bought some connecting pieces and stuff, And that is kind of the two projects I have going on for the day. It's gonna take me quite a while. Of course, I'm picking the part of the day that is like the absolute hottest, which is terrible timing on my part, but we're gonna get through it. And so I will show you once it is done and how it progresses. And if you have any other tips or tricks that are something we can do on a budget that you're doing on your garden, I would love to hear your guys' ideas and your feedback. We are definitely looking for any sort of way to cut costs this year, and but still be able to maximize our grow and our space. And we also added in a bird net. Luke bought a bird net for the blackberries and the raspberries, so that way maybe we can get a bigger harvest out of those before the birds eat them all. So those should be coming here within the next couple of weeks, and that will be delicious. And then hopefully we can get these tomatoes planted and get that all rolling, and within 30 days hopefully we start getting some delicious food, because I am hungry to stop going to the grocery store. So I hope you enjoyed today's little short update. I'm going to start getting to work. I will keep you guys posted on what is happening, what is going on, but I work better when there is no camera filming, when I'm outside and stuff, because this is just a long process. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. I will see you in the next one. Bye.